7 reasons you might not like living in the Boise area. Let's get after it right now. Reason number 1 that is making some people pretty angry around here is the rapid growth. For example, we are standing in a brand new master planned community. This place is going to be over 6,000 acres. We're literally in the first model home in this community, and there is construction everywhere. With the construction, you have noise, crowded streets. I mean, there are subcontractors everywhere and lots of dust. Most people choose brand new construction in a lot of these very desirable new communities, and especially here, you're gonna have to put up with all of the construction for the next 15 years. And in addition to that, people are feeling crushed because of all of the development of the road. So even in more established communities and more established suburbs, there is plenty of change happening due to growth. New retail is going in, those roads are getting expanded. People are groaning and upset with all of this growth. I personally can't talk about the negatives of it for too long because I enjoy the growth. It's so exciting to me to see a project come alive or have a new restaurant to go check out or make a new friend or help a new family. So for me, the growth is a positive, but let me tell you, there are a lot of people who are not excited about the growth and the growing pains that come along with it. Reason number 2, we are in a valley. Why is that frustrating for so many people? I will explain. We have something called an inversion. An inversion is when clouds cover the valley. They sink down here and it traps all of the sun up above the clouds and all of the moving air, and down below you get this bone chilling, freezing, stale cold. It is gray, it is dark, and it starts to stink. It does not smell good under the cloud cover. We do have a couple ways that you can escape the inversion. Some of the communities sit just outside of the inversion, or there's some places you can go up into the foothills to get a true breath of fresh air and experience some of that sunshine. But for most people, they are not very excited when the inversion comes around, and they either deal with it or leave town. The second reason that living in a valley is very frustrating for a lot of people is the wildfire smoke. If there is a wildfire here or in surrounding states, that smoke settles down into the valley the same way those inversion clouds do. And let me tell you, it is not fun for people with tiny immune systems, weak immune systems, or asthma. So you're definitely going to want to reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, or write us an email so we can help you decide whether or not the inversion and the smoke is something worth you and your family considering long-term or not. All right, reason number 3, we had to come outside for this one because let me tell you all, unless you've been watching our videos for some time, you may not know that there is a Kuna bird season around here. It is the 5th season here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho. A Kuna bird is a fly the size of your head. The reason our flies are so big here is because we are in farm country. We are out in God's country in nature, and those flies have a lot to eat, and they get rather large, and they are abundant. They are everywhere. So I'm gonna give you a quick pro tip that you didn't know you're gonna get on today's video. Didn't know. Ken didn't know. I didn't tell him. See this? You need screen doors on your sliders because it is going to help you with flies. That seems obvious, but a lot of the new homes, especially the big beautiful ones, are putting in those really fun mosaic sliding glass doors. You can't put a screen on them, and you're gonna want to enjoy your indoor-outdoor experience when you're entertaining or enjoying one of the 4 seasons here. So you guys, the Kuna bird season, it's real life. Get yourself a screen, pick up your dog's doo-doo quickly, keep a lid on your trash can, and we have these really cool fans that you can put on your outdoor tables if you want to eat outside to keep the flies away. During fly season, even the restaurants need to have them. So a lot of people, very, very disappointed with fly season. Reason number 4, Things like this cause allergies. A lot of people dealing with the tumbleweeds. It could be like my decor. You know, people are really struggle here with allergies that didn't struggle with allergies. But on the flip side, we have a lot of people who did struggle with allergies and then they come here and they're gone. So I think it's important to figure out what your allergy issues are and figure out whether or not living here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho, in the Boise, Idaho area is going to drive you nuts or not. We got 4 seasons and we have beautiful wildlife everywhere. We have beautiful trees and grass. They call us the city of trees because when you go up into the foothills, and you guys, the entire Treasure Valley is surrounded with foothills. It is so beautiful. You're driving and you just have foothills everywhere, and they've got all the shadows hitting really pretty spots and the sun hitting pretty spots. It's so gorgeous, okay? But with nature and God's country, oh, I didn't finish. When you go into those foothills and you look down, all you see is a blanket of green, okay? A blanket of green. It's the tops of the trees. So city of trees, you're gonna get allergies, maybe. Like I said, I know a lot of people who've been like, my allergies are gone. I can't even believe it. And then I have people who are like, I never had allergies until I moved to Idaho. So I don't know, you never know, but that's just one of the main reasons. Reason number 5 people are not happy living in the Boise, Idaho area is the lack of landscaping. I just told you when you drive into the foothills and you look down, all you see are trees. But what I haven't explained to you yet, and what really bothers people, is a lot of the new communities are developed where they were previously farms. So if there was a farm somewhere, just think, you've got hundreds of acres, it's flattened out, and every year you pick your crop, and you never really have, other than maybe around the farmer's home, a patch of trees. So what happens is developers come in, they prep the land to put homes in, and there are green space rules. And depending on the price tag of your house, a lot of that is what the developer did with the green space in the community. So they do put in plants, they do put in flowers, they do put in trees, but it's all baby brand new. So a lot of people come and they just feel deflated driving through some of these newer communities because there is just a lack of mature landscaping. Now, if you are very into mature landscaping and you want big, beautiful trees and lots of flowers and lakes and all of the things, we do have that too, even in new communities, and we help people find those each and every day. But you guys, it's not at everyone's price point and budget, and it can be very frustrating to people who think, I'm moving to Idaho, city of trees, surrounded by foothills, and my community is a sidewalk. Reason number 6, I think we're on number 6, is water rights. What the heck are water rights? Well, again, Idaho, we are in farm country here. So water, you either have a right to it or you don't. And it depends on who has the right to that water first. It's kind of complicated, but in short, what I want to say is if you relocate to a community and let's say your HOA requires you to water your lawn, but you do not have water rights to irrigation water, then you are going to be paying sometimes $500 a month in the summer to water your lawn. So you want to be careful, because the biggest blessing also about living here is the water rights. Most of the HOAs do come with irrigation water. It's included in your HOA dues, and you can water your lawn 24/7 if your heart desires. You can have a huge garden, water that to your heart's content, but you know what? If you end up in the wrong pocket, you're gonna end up paying a pretty penny for water, and people get very frustrated with their lack of water rights, and that is one of the reasons people move out of the Treasure Valley, Idaho, or sometimes just list the house they purchased and buy a new one because maybe they have fallen in love with the area and it's just simply the water rights they are not thrilled about. Reason number 7, we are going to refer to this as the shutdown. You guys, things shut down here pretty early and pretty often. And if you are not used to it because you are in Southern California or San Jose or Portland or Seattle or anywhere else in the country that is more populated with less churchgoers, you're probably not going to be used to leaving church on Sunday morning and not being able to find a place to go out to eat afterwards or a store to jump into to go shopping in, or what have you. The other time that things close down is early in the evening. A lot of things shut down and close up their doors and people go home to their families much sooner than they do in other places. Again, I can't complain about this too long. I actually really love it. I love the slower pace of life. I love that people are almost forced to get together with friends and family and other people who have relocated in their community and just experience conversation and each other and build their relationships. I love it. I've had a lot of clients say, Rachel, since relocating here, we don't have a 2-person income anymore. We just have just mom or just dad have a job. So-and-so is healthier, off of their blood pressure medications, not taking antidepressants or anxiety meds because they aren't doing the rat race with 2 incomes and going out late at night and running around. When you move here, you are forced to slow down. It lowers that anxiety, lowers that blood pressure. So for me, I absolutely love it. But if you're a night owl or you love running your errands or going out on Sunday, be forewarned. We got the shutdown here. Reason number 8, super controversial. I'm gonna say the smell. All right, guys. We got Facebook group warriors here in the Treasure Valley. I've also had a small amount of complaints about it. People do not always enjoy the smell of some of the farms, especially the dairy farms, places where there's lots of cows, or we got a sugar beet factory in Nampa, and people also sometimes struggle with that. Personally, I think it smells like roasty, toasty peanuts, and it makes me want a peanut butter and jelly. I do, I love it. When I was pregnant, if I smelled it, I would eat a gas station PB&J because it made me crave it. All right.
Can I say my opinion on this?
Say your opinion on this, Ken.
If you don't like the smell of farms, don't move here.
Don't.
Can I say check yourself before you wreck yourself?
You better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That's a complaint. That's so silly
and it's not everywhere in the Treasure Valley. It's only some places. But if you think the smell of cow poop is going to bother you, you probably don't want to live near cow poop, and you definitely are not going to want to jump in a Facebook group and complain, because that is the family's income. So you're just complaining about how people have made money for many generations and established their family's wealth or whatever it is. It's just super rude.
It is.
And you kind of look like a low IQer, because obviously it was gonna smell like cow poo sometimes if you moved near a dairy farm, obviously. Reason number 9, Ken just called it the little itchies. So I'm gonna go with the little itchies. And what are we talking about? All right. We have lots of bodies of water here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho. We got the Boise River, we've got Lake Lowell, we've got some beautiful ponds in Star. I'm drawing a blank on the name, Ken, help me out.
Freedom Park over there.
Freedom Park.
Eagle Island State Park.
Eagle Island State Park. We got them everywhere. And we also are a high desert. So we've got very warm temperatures here. And we got lots of geese and lots of people out enjoying these bodies of water. Most of the time, the water is pristine and it is healthy for you to swim, but without a doubt, every single year, there are going to be times where you get the itchies and they have to shut it down because of the bacteria growth in the bodies of water. It really freaks some people out, and there are lots of flood zones here that a lot of people are not aware of. Many of these properties require flood insurance, and so people are just not thrilled about the water, the bacteria, the wildlife that it brings in, all of the things. Again, I can't complain about this too much because I'm like, hey, if I can't go in the river or in the lake today, I can go mountain biking, or I can go find a friend with a horse, or I can go jump into a community event or ask my neighbors out, or whatever it is. There's always something to do, but some people get really frustrated. They want to be in the water all the time, and so they'll relocate somewhere that has a little bit less of the itchies when it comes to their natural bodies of water. Reason number 10, I'm pretty sure it's number 10. I know someone out there will let us know if we're wrong. I think we're number 10, is the job market. The job market is really lacking for a lot of people with certain skill sets and certain expertise. But with that being said, I will say there is less red tape and regulation in Idaho than anywhere else in the entire country. Right when our Governor Little, was elected, he slashed so much red tape away that he created a wide open space for entrepreneurs to come in and start new businesses. So I would say most of the people we help relocate here are coming here and either they're retiring because of the affordable cost of living and low property taxes, or they're coming here literally to start a business because the possibilities are endless. There's so much growth here. We need so many services. It's not as easy to find a good, well-paying job. I'll tell you my brother's personal experience. My brother has like multiple master's degrees. He was in the Marine Corps, the Peace Corps, and AmeriCorps, okay? Resume is pristine, and it took him a very long time to find a good job. And then once he found a good job, they had him here for a few months. They were so excited, they promote him and they moved him to Arizona. I'm like, all right, so he's not here and I'm sad, but finding a good job, depending on what industry you're in, can be really tough. I will also piggyback off of that and say, we need healthcare workers here, and I have heard that our VA is the best and it pays well, and it is the best VA for our veterans. So that's a really cool thing to be able to be part of if you are in the healthcare community. But just overall, healthcare is a great thing. We're also doing a lot in the computer industry out here, but all in all, people complain and leave because they can't find good paying jobs. All right, you guys, number 12, we are saving the best for last. So let's get to number 11. I know, I was trying to trick you all right there. Ah, got it. Okay, lack of public transportation. Oh, guys, let me tell you, we do not have public transportation here. That's pretty much all I need to say. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it other than we just don't have it. There's some in downtown Boise. I've seen maybe some, but get you an Uber. That's my tip. Reason number 12, and the most frustrating thing, and the reason most of our clients decide they want to list their house and move, is big yard equals big chores. You guys, we have so many people who relocate here with great intentions. They want to have hobby farms or live off the grid or just be a little bit more self-sustaining. Yeah. Ken, am I right? Thank you. Help me out here. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know, Ken is my running dictionary. So if he doesn't interject, I just make up words, you know. Listen, people come, they buy a big lot or a lot of property or acreage, and then they just start like over it. I feel like first summer is like the summer of love, and they're like, oh yes, we love this. I'm canning, I'm jarring, I'm mowing, I'm clipping and weeding, and then it just kind of fades off over the years, and people are like, what did I do? Something that is so cool is a lot of the builders out here have caught on to that. So some of our favorite builders will build the same dream home on two totally different lots. So one community, they will build it on a pond with like a very small yard. So you can kind of lock and leave your house, and you have this beautiful pond. You can sit on your back patio, and it's just gorgeous and low maintenance, but you've got a lot to look at and listen to and enjoy. Or they'll build that same dream home on an acreage with a white picket fence surrounded by other similar style country homes on acreage with a white picket fence. And we know that oftentimes our chicken loving friends are gonna relocate from the acreage property to the lot that has the pond. So just be aware, and we're not here to crush your dreams or rip your heart out. We all know your hobby farm is going to be amazing, but we also know that a lot of times the hobby farm is short-lived and it drives people nuts. And it's reason number 12 why people don't like living in the Boise, Idaho area. You guys, we've got an epic playlist for you right here and an even more epic resource. You are definitely going to want to explore the interactive map. Click and you will see all the videos and content we've ever made about that area on the map. Give us a call, shoot us a text, write us an email. Until the next video, be blessed.